Take a look at Google Gemini, that whole scandal.
Yeah.
People at Google are psychotic. Look, we have a mental health plague in this country to the tune of like 20% of the population are suffering serious delusions. Right. And it's interesting because I don't know look, typically when we talk about mental illness or mental disorders, we're thinking of, especially with a disorder, a developmental issue that results in someone doing something harmful or, for example, pica. A person starts eating pennies or hair. And you're like, okay, what are you doing? With what we're seeing now in terms of the derangement, and I believe it is a derangement, I mean, in the literal sense among the left, I think we're looking at double-digit percentages of people, particularly Google employees, who live in a fictitious world of hyper-paranoia and garbled nonsense. What I think it is that we're looking at information refuse on the internet that lower IQ people and midwits are not resilient enough to sift through properly. And so they absorb. You basically have two factions of people online. One group that will, hey, that's garbage and throw it away. That one looks better. Let me analyze it. Okay, that one's not so bad, but that one, no, that's garbage too. And then you have people who are sitting there just eating all of it. And what happens if you eat a bunch of garbage? Their information diet has resulted in them being literally detached from reality. So when you meet a person who's like schizophrenic and they start telling you things that make no sense, because I've known people with schizophrenia, and they say things like, hey, the bridge across the street, the man, he climbed out and he's got a gun in a tank, and you look over and there's a building across there. There's nothing there. You're like, you're seeing something that's not there. This is exactly what they're doing. They live in a reality where things aren't happening in the way they think they are. And these people work at Google. Mm-hmm. Like, how do we solve this problem?
Well, and it's socially reinforced, right? They probably get accolades, to be the one who's the most.
Other crazy people are like, you're correct.
Yeah, this is a great way to think. Actually, thank you so much for pointing that out. And in fact, I will advance what you're saying and go more extreme with it, because that will make me look even more accepting and tolerant.
It's certainly not to say everyone at Google is psychotic. They're not. But like this company, Google, notoriously now Alphabet, even bigger company, was known for like the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing at Google. When they had YouTube in 2009, they had Google Plus, and then they had like circles on Google. And like, why didn't they just use YouTube? People at YouTube didn't know what the people at Google were doing and all this.
No.
That's what I was told.
Google tried turning YouTube into Google Plus.
It was just a mess.
And it caused they were slowly converting YouTube into Google Plus to make Google Plus the thing using the YouTube audience. And it started to backfire miserably, and they were bleeding users, so they stopped doing it.
It's
the real issue is
probably that the company's huge, way too big.
Google has a bunch of mentally deranged people,
right?
And they hire more mentally deranged people. And the people who are at Google who are not mentally deranged, who in fact watch this show, because I know for a fact they do, those people either don't have the ability, the power, the hierarchy, or the confidence and courage to do anything about it. I mean, look at James Damore.
They get fired though. They probably get fired.
Yeah, of course.
Because if you got a lunatic hiring lunatics, then if you're not doing anything psychotic at work, my bad. Yeah, if you're not doing anything psychotic at work, you're probably going to get fired at Google. You need to put out this bullshit article. Do not tell the truth. And if you do tell the truth, you got to go. Get out of here.
You look at Google Gemini. The funny thing about Google Gemini that I think people miss, this is their new, it was Bard, but now it's Gemini. The new AI thing they're doing. Everybody started pointing out that if you typed in like, show me a picture of an American family, it would never show a white person. And it would sometimes, but if you were like, show me a picture of the founding fathers, it would make Black and Native American and Chinese founding fathers. It was like, here's a diverse picture of the founding fathers. And it's like, what is going on? And Fox News did one where they were like, show us astronauts, show us race car drivers, and it never made a white person. And it's fascinating to me that people saw that and they immediately thought the problem is the pictures it's making. And I'm like, guys, have you asked it any questions about any issue of fact as well?